Well, mate, it's Friday and I'm in. Weren't yesterday.
No, you weren't.
Got the old sickness bug. I've come in to very kindly give it to you.
Which I think is, I think the transaction's been completed. Oh, I don't know.
But on a positive note, mate, it's raining all weekend.
Yep, amazing.
So what better weather to be sitting on the toilet all weekend?
Brilliant.
Thank me later.
Oh, I will.
All right?
I will.
So yeah, what we've been up to. Been spending some money.
Yep.
Been cracking on with the Cosies. So this is my block here.
Ooh.
This is the one with the liners in, mate, that we put the funky liners in. Look at that. You can barely see where they've been put in. Cool, isn't they?
Yeah.
So this has been back to standard, and as you've seen on the last video, mate, when I did a bit of a techie on the old piston to wall clearance, we've still got to take another couple of thou out of this.
Yep.
But until we do, we've got it sitting on the block. It's all clean, but we've got to clean it again. Wonderful.
So it's a good lesson on just double checking stuff.
It is indeed.
You could quite easily just start chucking it together, but thinking you've sort of got it all.
That's it. And while we're on the subject of Cosies, this is the one for our customer. And I see you have cleaned it yesterday when I was away, mate.
Yeah, well, I think...
Give it a lick of the
I think
old...
Archie mostly cleaned it up, but I cleaned out the old galleries and...
give it a lick of the old black. Looks a damn sight better than it did when it come in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that is pretty much ready to go back together, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as you can see over here, mate, beyond the V6 that we were still waiting for the cylinder heads off CTM, which I might add will be here hopefully in a week's time.
I do.
These are some of the bits for the Cosworth that we started to clean up, etc. Rocker cover,
looks
blasted,
very nice.
Painted in the Ford red. In fact, it's slightly different to the original red. It's a bit brighter, but it looks a bit more bling.
It does. It just pops a little bit more, doesn't it?
It does pop a little bit more, yeah.
With the machined face on there.
The machine face on there. Two-wheel drive manifold, clean that up. Heat-proof, you know, the VHT black.
Yeah.
Always looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Got to clean the inlet manifold out and strip it down and paint that, etc., mate. Pistons we have over there, which we'll show you in a moment. We've got to put piston pockets in that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we're cracking right on with this, and next week could be well on the way.
Yeah.
But if we head over this way, mate, there's two things that I want to show you, which I'm quite excited about today. You know I don't like to stand out too much.
No, not at all.
You know, I like to be quite subtle.
No, you like to be subtle.
I like to be subtle, even in my runabouts.
Hence why you've turned up in that today.
Well, that's it. As I say, I don't like to stand out too much, mate. But we do have a new, it's not, well, not really a sponsor, more of a donation. Yeah. And if I could sort of put it in my video for about a minute or two, that'd be wonderful. Company got in touch with me called Hyperlight.
Huh?
And they do neon signs. And what do you think about that, mate?
I think that looks awesome, and I don't think the camera is doing it any justice.
Probably not. In the flesh, it looks absolutely fantastic.
It's so like defined and bright, isn't it? In real life. But.
So, as you all know, for quite some time, I haven't really got involved with the old ads and sponsorships and all this, mate. I get offered a lot. We get them daily, don't we, via email?
Yeah.
Most of them I just delete them because not only have we not got the time, but
some of it doesn't really translate over, does it? Or
not really. It's a bit irrelevant. It's a little bit frustrating for our customers and viewers to watch.
I'm sure you don't want to hear about umbrellas or something. You know what I mean?
And you know, we get these dongly things that you plug in your car and all that all the time, and you know, we don't. Who cares? And it's not really what we do. But the neon light is he's right up my street.
It is, yeah.
What attracted me to this first was when they said, what sprung to mind was in the office, and when we build the office upstairs, which is happening in the not too distant future.
Just on hold
Just
for a
on
minute,
hold for a minute. But I think a flashy neon light would look fantastic.
Well, we sort of already had the idea, because we got the sort of logo in the light over there.
Yeah.
And then we sort of thought maybe a neon, proper full-on neon, and then obviously this come along, and it's a perfect sort of tester for us. And
so they said to us basically, you know, if you can squeeze this in, put a link in the description below, which we are going to their website, have a look at some of the stuff they do. It looks great, and they do a lot of custom stuff. So she said, can you just send over your logo, which we've done, She's produced a 2.5 foot wide by what, probably a foot high.
Yeah.
Yeah, with our
Something
BE.
like that, yeah.
So what I've said, we obviously got it yesterday, and I've said to her, if they can do us another one of these, let us know how much it'll be, and also a 3 foot diameter BE in the orange circle, which we're going to stick in the office.
Yeah, so just that part.
Just that BE
That'd be
there,
really
mate.
cool. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? And if you stand back here, it looks proper flash, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Looks amazing.
It looks really cool.
So thank you very much, Debbie from Hyperlight. Really impressed with the product. Oh, and it comes with, obviously...
Comes with all the fittings.
Comes with all the fittings, hangers, all the bits that you would ever need. Look at that, look, spacers and that. To space it out, which obviously we're going to fit it properly, but we'll just put it there temporarily. And it comes with a remote control, mate. Yeah. So you can change the dimness and what have you. And you can also make it do funky dances, where it sort of does that. It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. It gives it the old lightning effect. And do you know what? What I'm thinking is take it with us on the track days, isn't it? Put it in the gazebo.
Yeah.
Why not?
Gonna have to get a generator, I reckon.
Yeah.
The amount of equipment we're taking these days.
I was going to say. One of them massive generators.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you very much, Hyperlight.
Yeah,
absolutely
really
wonderful. Right up my street, that. Really good quality. I can't stop it from flashing, and I ain't got all day. If you press light, it just comes on fully. I've just discovered that. Wicked. Also, you've been saying in the last few videos, or lately, have we abandoned the BMW project? Well, in fact, no. Been in touch with Ryan quite often lately. Ryan's making progress on it. He's painted the other inner wing on the other side, done a few bits,
so
and he's about to fit the side skirt on the other side, which was the major problem.
Right.
But I am finalising parts that we need, mate.
Well, just things we've realised.
Just things we've realised.
At the last minute.
This is one thing that we did realise, or not we did realise, but we had a bit of a change of heart on.
Yeah.
We were going to use the original pedals, but I thought, why not get rid of that big Triffid master cylinder under the bonnet?
It's a bit clunky, isn't it? The setup was all a bit weird.
It's just a bit old and crap and
I think because it was a right-hand drive and they're set up to be left-hand drive, the servo thing was on the other side. Yeah. So I had this big long rod from the brake pedal over to the other side.
It's ugly, takes too much room. So mate, courtesy of Comp Brake, they've supplied us our wonderful brake kit there. Huge calipers, front and back, 6 pots front, huge disc, wonderful. We've bought this. Now this is specific to the E30 BMW.
Yeah.
It is their, what they call Spec B pedal box assembly. It comes with the AP cylinders.
Lovely.
Which are obviously Trick.
Yeah.
It comes with these pots here, which go... So what we're going to be doing is, if you imagine underneath the bonnet here, we have what was the battery tray, which is trimmed right down now and just got our bespoke anodised black header tank, which sits in there. This is going to sit beside that, directly above the pedals, and then go straight into the pedal box.
So it will go into the back of these.
So it will go into the back of those, and then the lines to the calipers will go from here. So obviously on the E30, it's got a pedal which is mounted to the floor, throttle pedal, and it sort of works that way. But with this, we're going to be fitting a heel box, which raises your heel off the floor to whatever height we want. And we can bespoke sort of get this where we want, mate. Makes heel and toe in a bit easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's the right way round.
So we've got to trim the length on these rods, don't we?
So the rods on the AP cylinders come about 6 foot long, and you just got to hack them to where you want and get them the correct length. Yeah. Obviously, that's just because
they're like
they're generic,
universal,
sort of,
fitting sort of one.
So that's not a problem, and you just need to get the pedals where you want, really.
Yeah. Got the brake bias.
Comes with a brake bias, so you've got a rose jointed bearing that slides in and out of this brake pedal like that, and it is adjusted. Obviously the way these work is the more it's adjusted to one side, the more it will operate one cylinder rather than the back. So one will be the rear, one will be the front, and how that is controlled is this will be mounted into the dash. This screws on the end of there, and it's quite crudely just turns the end, so you adjust it more to the front or more to the rear. And what that does is slide that across
So that
and makes that work.
So
it goes on
it
to
turns
here.
that bar, doesn't it?
It turns that bar, which then in turns...
It pushes it one way or the other.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, it works on a leverage system of which one it's going to push the most, the front or the back. Quite
Clever.
crude, but does the job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they do work very well. Bear in mind, this is going to be quite a light car. This will be about a ton, this car.
But to be honest, once we've got that set up, we ain't really going to have to play with it very much, are we?
Not really. We've got one in the Escort. We've got it set pretty well. Works in that. We've got one in the kit car.
Yeah.
Haven't had to touch that. So yeah, really happy, mate. And it's a nice mechanism. Not the cheapest thing on the planet, but...
Lovely linkage there, isn't it? With the spring.
But the thing is with this car, mate, we've gone all out on everything, haven't we? Like we were saying, we've actually forgot really what we bought for this and what we've spent, and it's going to be the dog's danglies.
Well, it is.
So,
and it's just one of them things, once you've had the idea to get this pedal box, you sort of don't really want to go back to the original.
Really, mate. It's going to be race car.
And it's just a bit more custom. It's in keeping with everything else we're doing to it.
And it's all new. It's not 35 years old, so which is what this car's all about, isn't it? It is. Building a sort of modern, brand new car. You have all new wiring loom, but so it's basically like building a new M3.
Yeah,
but
pretty
it's
much.
Not. It's 35-year-old shape and design and cool as hell, isn't it?
It is.
Talking of cool as hell, the Cosy motor that we are building, that's going to go in the van. Steve has arrived the other day to pick his engine up, and he's very kindly dropped us off a load of bits. Have I showed him that?
I don't think so. No.
Well, so what this is set of Siemens injectors, throttle body. We've got 2 inlet manifolds which we've got to get blasted. One is powder coated, I think, or sort of wrinkled black, and the other one is chrome. So we're going to get them blasted, take them back to original silver. He's very kindly give us a set of leads, motorsport leads, in the blue, which is ideal.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Coil pack for wasted spark. We've got a Ford Racing Pectel ECU, which Steve had running in an Escort Cosworth at 480 horsepower.
Nice.
So that's all good. And we have a wiring loom, and we all know how expensive these wiring looms are, and how long they can take to have built.
That looks like it's been done, isn't it?
It's all been done, mate. All pucker,
been
ready
redone.
to go.
Nice.
So that's something else.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so obviously we've got the pistons, rods, we've got hydraulic clutch assembly there, so it's all happening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gathering bits, mate, gathering bits. There's our crankshaft with Lee on it.
Yeah, we've got a few Cosy cranks floating around at the minute,
We
so
have,
I thought I'd label them up.
I was going to say zoo. But that one there you've balanced.
Yeah.
And we've got a flywheel which Steve's donated that you yesterday over there.
Yeah.
So you blasted and faced that one. Standard flywheel. I'm going to get a standard clutch, which will be good for the power we want to run, and it'll be a nice pedal, nice feel. And that's it really on my Cosy. Kit car, just quickly run over here, mate. The donor differential. Ooh. Looking rather grubby.
Yeah.
But the advantage is with this one, it comes with a decent crown wheel and hopefully a decent pinion.
Yeah.
And that is the only reason we bought this. So what I'm going to do is buy a tool, the correct tool to undo these, because a hammer and chisel don't cut the mustard.
Hammer and chisel leads to sort of broken lugs
and bodginess. So I'm going to order one of those tools, mate, get that next week, and then we can get that apart, get this one apart. Yeah. We're going to transfer the crown wheel and pinion over to this casing, because we've had to do some machining to this casing, haven't we?
Is it there? Looks like maybe.
Yeah, all here, look, to get some clearance.
Get some extra clearance. Somewhere else, I don't know.
Yeah, back there, look.
Back here,
Yeah. So we've had to machine that out there, and then we can get this one built correctly, mate.
Yeah.
And hopefully video it, and people can tell us whether they think it's going to work or not. And we can all have a bit of a bet, can't we, mate?
Yeah.
And like we said earlier on, we're going to go through, when we put it back in, we're going to just run through the prop, make sure the prop is dead level, put a little bit more effort into it, and make sure everything's as correct as we can make it.
And the other thing is, because we definitely haven't got a local track day for a while, so we should hopefully have time to get this thing out on the road, get it MOT'd again, make sure
both of us
basically a bit of a shakedown on the road before we take it to it. Because at this point, you're paying out for track days, we're turning up, doing 3 laps and then something falls off. So
well, exactly. I mean, since we've had that motor in, we probably ain't done 20 miles in it, have we?
No, probably
took
not.
it a bit 3 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, both of us can just disappear out, do
Yeah.
a few miles, and do a shakedown, make sure it's all right, mate.
Yeah, just get some
If the
mileage
roads
on
around
it.
here can't break it, then you know,
And the track.
then track's more than likely going to be all right. So yeah, at least we got the diff. It's all work in progress in it.
Yeah.
And that is the update on our vehicles. Go down to the description below, guys. Have a little look at their website. Fairly trick stuff. And if you've got a business and you want a neon light, I suggest you get in touch with them. Hopefully you don't have the threatening bits, mate, over the weekend.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
We'll
see how it goes.
And you're all right for Monday. Timing.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week. Cheers.